Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 24 of Make It Easy February. In case you're new here, hi, my name is Sarah, and I work full-time as an environmental consultant, and I do art and YouTube on the side, and I'm doing a project where I post a new YouTube video every single day for the month of February to make making YouTube videos a little bit easier for me. And the reason for this weird angle right here is because I am going to take you along to fold some laundry with me right now, because that's what I'm doing. And it's actually like the end of the day. It's almost 9 p.m. So it's time to wind down here. But the past few vlogs, if you've been watching, you know my life is all over the place right now. So there's some crazy stuff happening in my life. And so we are doing our best, and I'm showing up and I'm making this video, and that's the whole point of this process. So anyway, I thought we could have a little chat while I fold some laundry, because I just need to get that done. And yeah, I'll bring you up to speed with what's going on. Also, in a surprise to no one, this is a better angle for my Greek yogurt. This is an update though that I was at Trader Joe's the other day. And instead of the dried strawberries, I got some dried raspberries. So, you know, I'm living a crazy life over here. But they're actually so good. The dried raspberries are like very sweet. But come on, does that not look delicious? Don't sleep on cacao nibs too. I used to not like them, but I love them now. That bitterness, it's so good. We've got a lot of laundry to fold today. Let's go. My cats are here to help. So I'm not really coming into this one with much of a plan for what to say to you all. I will say we're at day 24 of 28, and I'm feeling mixed feelings about everything. I'm going to actually do a whole video about what it's like to post a new video every single day for a month, because I've never done anything like that before. But what I will say is that it's made it feel a lot more doable, which was the whole goal. That was the whole point, you know, is that I wanted to make YouTube easier for myself, and I totally have. And what's exciting is that it's inspired me to try other similar kinds of challenges. Like, there's all kinds of things in my life that I want to do that I just haven't done. And so now I'm like, okay, well, if I can find the time to make a new YouTube video every single day while I'm also working full time, you know, and doing other things in my life as well, then I'm like, there's other things I can do too. Of course, I can't do many other things while also posting a YouTube video every day. So the daily vlog thing can't continue forever. Plus, beyond that, you know, I've said this before on this channel, but making videos, like the creative process of planning a video and scripting a video and like planning out the shots and the editing and stuff, that's a process that takes a lot of time, but it's one that I really enjoy. Like, I have a lot of fun with that part of the process. So, you know, there's a balance somewhere in the middle, right? Like, I would like to be consistent. I would like to be able to maintain a schedule where I post a video every single week. And so it's not super realistic for me to spend 20 hours working on that video every week. So I'm trying to avoid that. But at the same time, I would like to spend a little more time than I'm spending on these vlogs, because, you know, I would like to lean into that creative side and develop my video making skills and play a little bit more with the cinematography. Of course, that will, it'll help when I get my personal laptop back. In case you missed it, I'm doing all the editing for these February vlogs on my iPad, which has been working surprisingly well. I'm just using Adobe Rush, and yeah, it's been fine, but obviously the capabilities are a little bit limited on my iPad compared to, you know, I use Final Cut Pro on my laptop. And so I am looking forward to getting that back. I just The reason I don't have it is because I have been slowly moving over to Detroit for a while. And so my laptop, I'm pretty much moved here now, but there's still a few straggling things back at my parents' house where I was before this. And my laptop is one of those things. So I have just been making it work without that laptop for the time being, which has been fine. But once I get that laptop back, I can get back into my regular editing flow. There are some things that I'm like, listen, it's nice to not think about color grading and much about sound design and stuff like that, to keep it really simple on my iPad. But there are some things that I just really want to learn, some skills I really want to learn in those areas, you know, like I was starting, before I dropped off of the face of YouTube for a while there, I was starting to play with those things a little bit more, things like color grading especially, and just like learning. It's kind of in the same vein that I'm learning color theory with my painting. I'm learning color grading with my videos, which is great. So I'm looking forward to getting back to that kind of thing. Like I said, there are some other kinds of like 30-day challenges I was thinking it would be kind of cool to do, like painting every single day for 30 days, for example. That would be pretty sweet. It's been a long time since I've done something like that. And again, if I could make a whole YouTube video every single day for a whole month, I could certainly paint every day, right? Like if I'm making this time to make this video, and if I convert the time I'm taking to film and edit a video every single day, and if I just use that time to paint, I have time, I can do that. Especially knowing that my goal is to loosen up my paint style, and, you know, like I could do a painting in 30 minutes or something like that. And I really want to play with more mixed media stuff and whatever. So that would be a fun challenge. I had other ideas too. That's literally only one very basic idea. But what were my other ideas? Like, there was something related to surface pattern design. I know a lot of you are here on this channel. I don't know if a lot of you are watching this particular video, but a lot of you on this channel generally have found me from surface pattern design work. And I haven't talked about it a lot on this channel recently, but I'm going to. I want to. There have been some folks asking me, like, have you given up on surface pattern design? No, I have not. The long story short here is that my focus lately on my art has just been on more developing a style that feels right for me, feels comfortable, and just like working on my art skills, because I am not in a particular rush to anymore to develop the business side of this. You know, like if I really just wanted to crank out licenses, I think I could do that. You know, like I think I could lean into a style that I knew would get licensed, but that's not really my priority right now. You know, I've got a job that pays my bills, and the art stuff and the YouTube stuff is just on the side, and it's just for fun, which allows me a lot more creative freedom than I was giving myself before. Although, of course, something that is interesting is that as my audience grows, which I know at this stage of the game, I'm still a very small channel. I'm just about to hit 8,000 subscribers now, which is amazing. It's crazy to me that there are 8,000 people out there who have decided that they would like to follow along with me and my story. But as you know, of course, in the grand scheme of things, that's a small channel. And it's an interesting thing because as I develop this channel and as this channel grows a little bit, I do get a little bit more self-conscious about the fact that I like don't know what I'm doing, right? Like I'm just figuring it out as I go. Plus, I was gone for a long time and on kind of a big hiatus and not really making progress for a long time. So, you know, I'm like, in some ways, I'm like, I feel like a fraud because I'm like, what am I, you know, sometimes I watch other YouTube, well, I always watch other YouTube channels, and some of them I'm like, well, they seem like they know what they're doing more than I do. But I like to also think at the same time that maybe that's why some of you did choose to subscribe to me, is because I am figuring it out as I go, and I am trying to keep it real. And, oh, can you hear this cat war happening? It's too bad the camera, it's happening right in front of here. Yeah, there they go. So yeah, to that end, I have thought a little bit about, like, I'm having a lot of fun in this ceramics class that I'm in right now, and I've never done anything like this before. So I was thinking that it would be great to do some kind of painting classes. And actually, I did sign up for a sketchbook class with Christina Kent Art. I've talked about her on this channel before. Check her out on YouTube, Christina Kent. Her last name is Kent. And she is kind of like me. She's even more educated. She has a PhD, and she used to be a consultant, just like I'm a consultant, and she worked in economics consulting. And she just finished her first year as a full-time artist. So she quit her consulting job and went to be a full-time fine artist. So she actually like makes a living selling her oil paintings in San Francisco. Like, she makes enough money to pay for a studio in San Francisco, as well as, you know, her apartment and stuff. So it's very cool. And more importantly than any of that, I love her style and I love her approach to painting. And I'm very excited to be able to support her as a small business, as an artist, you know. I think that class is mostly going to be focused on developing a sketchbooking habit rather than like teaching her paint style or anything like that. But I need that too, you know? So yeah, I don't know if I can't remember if I already mentioned, but that class is in April. So I am excited for that. That'll be a good thing. It's April will be here before we know it, you know. Here we are at the end of February, so it is not too far away, which is crazy. So yeah, I'm excited about that. Go check out Christina Kent Art if any of that is interesting to you. She's really great. She's got a very calm presence. Her videos are very, they're just lovely to watch. They're very, if you're into like minimal, not overly edited stuff, she's your girl. But yeah, with the idea of sketchbooking, and you could watch my videos for like the past year, and I'm like a broken record. Like, you'll hear me say the same thing all the time, but like, I want to loosen up my style, and also like, I feel like I'm still waiting to like unlock this like creative part of my brain, because I focus so much and have always focused so much on kind of like the realism side of things. Even when I'm trying to be a little bit more loose and abstract, it's still based on realism. And very rarely do I create anything just like out of my brain, you know, like I'm pretty much always working from reference, which I think for someone like, even though I've been painting for like 2.5 years now, I would still consider that relatively beginner in the grand scheme of things. And so, you know, I feel like maybe it's normal. I see that with a lot of people, that a lot of us do start with realism, and from there, then, you know, once you get the foundations of color and shape and line and composition and all that stuff, then maybe you can branch out a little bit more. But I just haven't hit that stride yet, I feel like, which is where sketchbooking comes in. You know, it's like I like don't allow myself the flexibility to play more, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want every painting to be beautiful and perfect, and that's just not how it goes sometimes. And that's a good thing. Like, that's something that I should embrace more, is like, it's okay to have ugly paintings and drawings and bad art. It's actually more than okay. It's actually necessary to have all of that, you know? So yeah, I can talk the talk, but can I walk the walk? That's the question. We shall see. If any of you have a really good sketchbooking habit, or if like any of this resonates with you and your approach to making art, like especially any of you who are kind of at the next steps, who, if you've like made it past this phase where I am, I would love to hear your story and your journey and kind of how you got from where I am now to maybe developing a style that feels right for you. That is something that I don't want to say I take issue with, but like, I think in a lot of the courses, like art courses that we see online, people talk about developing a signature style as if it's something that you can do in like 2 days. And maybe that's true for some people. And also the idea of a signature style, like, it has its place. Actually, I mean, it has its place everywhere, but it's something that's talked about in a very commercial way, and that's fine. That's totally fine if that's your goal and if that's your intention. But, you know, like I was saying, my goal and my primary motivation right now is not necessarily how to commercialize my art. It's more how to create art that feels natural to me, if that makes sense. And that it feels like it comes easily. So yeah, so that's the goal. Now, how we get there, well, I know how you get there. It's just a lot of practice. So all that to say, maybe my next challenge will be a 30-day, like, I don't know, it could be I fill a whole sketchbook in a month. That would be a good challenge. So like, maybe I start by doing one. Here's an idea. I start by doing I made a painting every single day for 30 days or for a month or whatever. And then the next one, because like once I work that muscle a little bit more, then maybe the next one could be like, I filled an entire sketchbook in 30 days. And that way, like, I've seen videos where people do a whole sketchbook in a week, and that is a lot. I don't think I'm quite there yet. But to do a whole sketchbook in a month, maybe I could do that. So yeah, anyway, I just finished folding my laundry, which is crazy. How long is this video? Okay, well, I've been gabbing away for 20 minutes, so thanks for sitting here and chatting with me. I would love to know what you were up to while I was folding laundry. And I would also love to know if you have any other ideas for videos like that you'd like to see, or like ideas for helping me work on this looser style, or just like getting back into my regular art practice or any of that. So, okay, so I think that's all I have to say in this one. So thank you very much for hanging out with me here and for sticking all the way to the end. And I will see you tomorrow for day 25 out of 28. We are almost there. And with that, take care, everyone. Bye.